everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today we are building a LEGO Marvel superhero set. This is from Spider-Man Homecoming, and this is the ATM Heist battle. We already built the set, so let's get into it. So the set is recommended for ages 6 to 12. It is set number 76082 and it has 185 pieces. Included are 3 minifigs, 2 exclusive sort of bank heist thug minifigs, and then of course Spider-Man. The set took about half an hour to build. We did live stream the build. If you want to see what the actual live video is, there is a link for that on Twitch. And if you want to know what our streaming schedule is, check out the link in the video description below. All right, so here is the set all together. We've got the ATM build and then our 2 exclusive figs. Those guys are exclusive just to this set, but we're going to talk about them a little bit later. So let me move everything else out of the way and get into the ATM, because this is called the ATM Heist Battle set after all. And that's really the sort of bread and butter of what the main build is. So this is, it looks okay with the gray and dark gray and blue color combination. Nothing too crazy, but there's actually a few different functions that I want to get into. So the ATM has 3 functions, but before we get into that, I just want to show you sort of the main thing it does, and that is open up. The inside has 4 studs wide. That's kind of a lot of space. You can fit a bunch of guys in there, maybe all the figs if you really want, and try not to knock over the fire hydrant. But altogether, the front looks pretty good. And now there's these 2 ATMs in the back. They look entirely different from the back, even though they're the same in the front, and that is because there are 2 different destruction functions or actions assigned to them. So the builds are quite different, and honestly, I think it looks okay. That lever in the back is kind of big and sticks out. I would definitely want to modify that if I was sticking it into my Lego city. But you know what? Let's get into the functions themselves. So these are the 2 ATMs. They look pretty much identical. And this first one is, yeah, it just drops right out. There's nothing to it. It just sticks in there with a couple of studs. And you have to make sure, get it in the right area. Yeah, push it a little bit further back and it can stick in there just fine. And then this second one with the sort of larger back build has this sort of money release function. So if you smack down on the lever hard enough, or well, you got to do it hard enough. Sometimes there's a false start, but yeah, there it goes. The money just flies out either really far or not at all. If you mess around with it just right, you can kind of get it to pop out in a nice way, but it's sort of erratic. I think that's a good word to describe that function, but it's fun. You at least get to shoot money out as opposed to breaking out the single piece here. You can actually take the entire case if you can't break open, or if you don't want to break open the money immediately. You can just pull it away with the weapon. And also, if you don't want to use the lever, you can just pull the ATM open and pull the money out yourself, as opposed to shooting it across the room. Now, the last function is really simple. Yep, that's it. You just knock the window right open. There's a tiny little trigger at the top. You can knock it out with your hand if you like, but the trigger works pretty well. Boom, just pops right out with a Technic piece there. And I'm not a big fan of the stickers up here. You can't even see some of the fingerprints that are stuck on the inside of the transparent stuff. I think I'm definitely going to be taking this off if I add this to my Lego city in the future. But it fits right in, there's no real problems with it, and altogether, the ATM's looking pretty good. We're looking at some other stickers at the top. That is a little ATM card graphic, and then these are the last stickers here. So just the stickers that say bank, and also those numbers for the actual machine. Also, one more function for the ATM is you can stick one of the thugs to the web piece that's on the side. But you know what? Let's get into the minifigs now. This first thug or thief has a unique print that is both the face and the torso piece. It's some kind of a leather jacket that he's got there with some unique detailings both on the front and back, but I think the thing that sticks out to most people is the print for the face. He has the Captain America sort of fake face mask on one side, and the other side is him looking very beat up. This is going to be really useful in the future. I can definitely see a lot of people liking this print, and the same goes for Hulk. It's the same sort of cheap looking party mask that you could get at a thrift store, and I have a feeling it's going to be great for sort of a mock costume party in the future. I can also appreciate that he comes with the sort of curly black hairpiece, which is pretty uncommon, and he has a totally different set of, you know, black leather jackets and belts and stuff like that printed on the torso. Definitely a good fig. Here is Spider-Man. For the Homecoming sets, basically this set and Beware the Vulture set, this is an exclusive print just for those 2 pieces, and it's extremely detailed. Quite similar to what we saw from the airport battle set, though the symbol on the chest is a little different. And he just looks awesome with the printing on the legs that matches up with the dual molding, and he's got printing on the sides of the arms. Really, really cool. Definitely a very awesome version of Spider-Man to get. Now, the thugs do come with some weapons. This is one that's really simple. It's a pretty common gun piece that we've seen, and a nice trans blue chain that's supposed to make up some sort of energy. The second one is really not a very good looking build, I gotta say. It's basically just sort of like a freeze ray, or it looks like Mr. Freeze's freeze ray, but just a different set of colors. There is that one sticker that shows the sort of weapons company that it's supposed to be. And I don't know, sometimes the stud gun at the top can look like a scope, but not this time around. And when you see them standing around without any studs on, you can also see that the giant gun is just too much. The fig has to lean way back in order to stand up with it, and I don't know, it just doesn't look very good. The last thing included in this set is a dirt bike. It's an interesting color combination with the lime green body and the golden rims, but I think it works pretty well, and these thugs definitely need some sort of getaway vehicle if they're going up against Spider-Man. So final parting thoughts is that the ATM itself is a decent enough build. I'm not entirely happy with the way it looks on the back. We might have been able to add a roof to it or something, but I can really appreciate that it has 3 different types of destruction or play functions in there. Instead of just all breakaway functions, we do have some launching, some trigger activated functions, as well as to just some regular push out ones, so that's nice. I think people are really gonna like the 2 exclusive figs, these guys with the special face mask prints, and for 20 bucks it feels like a pretty complete set. All right, that's it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. All right, that's it. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time at BrickVault.